Hi, this is Rodney from Bloke Support. In the media this weekend, there's a lot of attention and focus on Daniel Christie, who was an 18-year-old male who was king hit in King's Cross on New Year's Eve, and over the weekend his family made the heartbreaking decision to finally turn off his life support. The saddest part is not that such a young, promising young man has died, but it's actually that he is just one in a series of attacks that have occurred lately. People going out for a night out, and they end up being king hit or coward punched, as some of you are calling it, by some drunken idiot. This is a growing trend that's got a lot of people calling for tougher restrictions around alcohol, particularly 1 a.m. shutouts, that sort of thing. Which to me is a little bit silly, because that's not what the issue is. The issue is not how long people are drinking. People can keep getting drunk even before 1 a.m. People can, go off and continue to drink at home. So that's actually not going to do anything. What we in fact need to do is change the attitude that Australians have to drinking. See, Australians have a culture of drinking, and this culture is fast becoming a really big problem. In our society, drinking is normal. It's a thing to do. It's Australian to go out and have a drink, and it's even Australian to go out and overdrink as well. And so this is what's happening. People keep drinking because, oh, I'm having fun, this is what you do, and then they end up in all sorts of trouble. Either they attack someone else, or they get injured themselves. A lot of people end up permanently disabled or even dead because they've gone out and had too much to drink. And the only way to stop this is to reverse this culture of drinking that we have in Australia, and to change the attitudes that we have. I've seen this time and time again, not just with my own clients, but also in my personal life. And finally, it's at a point where we need to start going the other way. We need to start reversing these trends, and we need to start doing it now before more people get hurt. And I understand that this is not going to happen easily, and it's not going to happen overnight, but within a couple of generations we can make a big difference into the attitudes that we hold around drinking. And for me, we can start right now, and there's just 3 things that I see we need to do. The first thing we need to do is we need to stop normalizing drinking. People out there drink often. They'll drink every day. They'll drink regularly. They will drink as part of dinner. They will drink as part of another ritual. They will, drink because it's a public holiday. They will drink because it's a Tuesday. They will, we'll always have a beer with, watching TV or watching football, that sort of thing. And this normalizes drinking, which drinking is not normal. It should be occasional. It should not be, this is just what I do every single day. And it doesn't help that we put a bottle of wine or a slab of beer on the shopping list, and then whack it in the fridge next to our milk and bread. It's not an everyday item. It's not something that we need every day. It is not normal. We need to stop normalizing this drinking. The second thing that I see we need to do is we need to model good drinking behavior and also appropriate drinking attitudes to children. Because they see us normalizing drinking, they then model this behavior, they take it upon themselves, and they adopt it into their culture. They then take this into adulthood, and they model it in front of their children. This is how we get generations of people with drinking issues and with drinking problems. And this is how it's actually grown to the problem it is now. It's several generations of building up, and now it's finally got to a point where people are dying, people are getting hurt, and so we need to stop modeling this behavior. We need to model different behaviors, so that way they can catch on with the next generation, they can catch on with the next one and the next one. Finally, the biggest thing I see we need to do to reverse this trend is we need to stop hero worshipping people who publicly go out and get drunk, and particularly when they then get into fights, they get into all sorts of trouble. We see it all the time, particularly from our footy players and other sports stars. They'll go out, they will very publicly get drunk, and they will then get into some sort of probably fight or some sort of other incident. A lot of them have ended up, you know, being inappropriate to women on a sexual basis, and we then put them on the footy field, and then we worship them. And so when we worship someone, we elevate them higher than ourselves, and we aspire to be them. Then we then start to copy their trends, and we use their behavior to justify our own behavior around drinking. And that's when the problem starts to spiral and get out of control. So finally, stop hero worshipping these idiots. They're going out getting drunk and punching on. Bear in mind, these are just my ideas, and I'd really love to hear what you think on the matter, and maybe hear some of your ideas. So if you just want to pop your comments in the box below, I would love to hear from you. If you want more help or more resources, please visit us at www.blokesupport.com.au. You can also like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more updates and more resources.